Okay, here we are, ladies and gents. Let's see. Alright, let's get this started. I should switch over to the scene that has my capture in it, though, before I open the game up. Like a smart little boy. Shit. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. I think that fucked it up. I think what's happening? Oh no, hold on. Oh my god, that scared me. Don't know what that was about. It's very loud. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I think it's because of like my split screens. That it just randomly didn't start playing the audio. I don't know why. Ooh, I got new viewers. Hey, how are y'all doing? My first time chatter and someone new on YouTube too. Sweet. I love this song so much, guys. It's so cool. Oh man, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so hyped for this.
Arena ultimax.
That sure is the title, Kanji. Thanks. Oh man. Alright, so last episode we played through Akihiko's and Aigus's storylines. And now we have Labrys, who has been the consistent like through line in all of these so far. And I'm so fucking excited because she's very interesting. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, how's this gonna start? Initial boot successful. Timestamp 4/20/1999. Yo, 4/20, let's fucking go. 10/16/39. Oh, hello. Is this
the boot process was successful.
This the Carrijo Ergonomics Lab? I bet it is.
This happens every time, but I'm never sure what to say to them first.
You mean like a greeting? There's no need for that. They're just machines.
Hey. 2 humans within visual range. Both male. Searching for voice, print, and visual matches. Personnel identified as research staff. No hostile targets.
But things like that might affect the performance of these models.
Because they have a mind? Their emotions and things are completely faked. It's no different than an AI.
Okay.
Can't possibly be that sensitive.
Okay, buddy. Scanning for keywords in conversation. Running logical analysis. Cross-referencing with related data. Current conversational topic is not
Well,
orders.
until we rule it out completely, we should at least be kind to them.
Yeah, have some fucking empathy, you piece of other guy, you piece of shit.
So you say.
Untidy researcher, you cunt.
All right, from this moment on, you
Thanks for the
will
hearts,
be
guys.
registered as candidate unit number 031. Please repeat your number back to me.
Confirming first order. Initializing unit number. Output via voice requested. Activating voice synthesis module. Accepting input. Ooh, look at that.
Unit number 031.
Oh, she already has the accent. Oh, interesting.
Did its pronunciation sound a little odd to you?
You're worrying too much. Let's hurry up and haul it out.
Receiving activation planned through console. Combat tests against others of same unit. Test commencing immediately after entering shock-resistant chamber within the lab. Frame stored within cage for transport. Begin transport, sorry. Can't read.
So this is the one. I've been waiting to see it in action.
That voice sounds familiar. I don't know where I've heard it before. Transport complete. Cage reopened. New human found. Searching for voice print and visual matches. Personnel also identified as Richard staff. Female. Connected to outside data supply. Connection offline. Commencing cable disconnection.
Now, try getting up.
Order confirmed. Ooh, this place looks cool. Get up. Hello, Labrys. I think this is the first time we've seen her without the, like, uniform over her robotness. That's cool. Get up. Initializing motion synchronization engines for motor functions. Accepting input. Safety limiters active. Balance control gyros functional. Overall movement seems functional.
This model's loaded with a nearly pure form of that crystal. I can't wait to see what kind of results it gets.
Ooh, wonder what that means.
Unit number 031, can you hear me? Confirm your surroundings. Tell us any abnormalities you're feeling in your sensors or any other functions.
Order confirmed. Beginning simple self-diagnostic. Temperature, humidity, air pressure humidity, temperature, humidity, pressure, air composition, lumens, sound all within normal levels. Visual data with an expected color spectrum. All systems functional.
The readouts seem fine. Monitoring system is fully operational.
Okay, we're gonna test your performance inside the battle chamber now.
Oh, this is so
When
cool.
you hear the buzzer, consider everything that moves an enemy and eliminate them.
Order confirmed. Activating the signal to begin the test. Exit confirmed to be sealed. Room shape, approximately cylindrical. Height, approximately 11 meters. It's pretty tall. Area, approximately 154 square meters. High energy light sources found on an outer wall. Assumed to be fire resistant and bulletproof.
Sorry to do this just after you've woken up, but it'll be good to put you through your paces.
Yeah, this seems like a hell of a thing to wake up to, doesn't it? Release of facing hatch detected. Mobile objects intruding into chamber. Oh man. 7 objects in total. Scanning for visual matches. Analysis, non-human. Confirmed as same model units of humanoid weapons. Hostile markers confirmed. Classifying as hostile units. Releasing safety limiters. Combat limiters now set at 70%. Exit confirmed, resealed. Test commencing signal received. Targets, hostile humanoid weapons. Commencing battle. Ooh. That's fun. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh my god, it's anime. We get to see her, like, actually fight some bitches. Oh my god, that was terrifying. Okay. Holy shit. She's so cool. Oh my god. Demolished them. Are these, I wonder if these are other 5th generation ones. I bet they'd be older models, actually, if they're testing on them. Rocket Fist! Well, that was the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen. Hello. Camera. Whoa! Where are you looking, my guy? Jesus. Is she gonna throw the fucking axe? Damn! Oh. Why are they clapping? You know, I see where she would have gotten the whole... I see where a lot of her issues come from all of a sudden. All targets eliminated. Hostile units no longer capable of motion. Test termination signal received. Battle complete.
That was better than we could have hoped for.
Hey, what's with all the bodies? You made it fight that many on its first time?
Don't worry, it did great. This is a new high score for the first battle results.
High score? Like it's a fucking arcade game, you pieces of shit.
Well done, unit number 031. Stand by for further instruction.
What are that? Unit 031. I bet that means it's like the 31st iteration of like the 7th gen or 5th gen weapon. Like it's probably like the 31st one they built trying to get them right. Exiting test chamber. Beginning transport to maintenance room. Resetting safety limiters. Taking seat in maintenance chair.
We're done testing, but there's still
Hello.
one thing left to do today. I'm going to temporarily shut down your optics. Can you close your eyes?
Order confirmed. Shuttering optic inputs. Connecting cables. Online confirmed. Switching a portion of data supply to outside
We're going
source.
to transfer the data from the destroyed units into your memory.
Oh, why?
Run a diagnostic check while we're doing it and report any malfunctions. Understood?
Why they do that? Order confirmed. Writing self-diagnostic. Ooh. Initializing data transfer. Initiating personality module link. Initializing diagnostic of transferred data and sorting procedures. Sector 001, close combat control data. Will investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense, but it's still kind of fucked. That must be rough. Oh boy. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 002, evasive action control data. Will investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 003, non-battle data. Error, excluding. Sector 004, non-battle data. Error, excluding. Sector 005, battle-related data. What could these be? What? Momentary disruption of data from visual information stream. A room that is not this place. Outdoor scenery thought to be at night. Senses of multiple units of the same type gathering outside the battle chamber. Could these be memories? Visual memories? They're obviously unrelated to the mission. Why have apparently purposeless memories been preserved this long? 20 to 40% of the information data extracted from all 7 units confirmed to be such information. Incomprehensible. What is this?
Anything to report?
Cables disconnected. Time elapsed during data transfer, approximately 5 minutes. What if that checks? I'll check my time later. Reopening optic inputs. Calibrating servos.
All right then, unit number 031, give us a simple report of today's battle results.
Why do you look like Edogawa? You know the Persona 3 teacher, like Sir fucking yaps a lot. The weird magic guy teacher. It looks like him. He has like the weird glasses and the stubble and everything. Order confirmed. Delivering oral report of test
This
results.
was the first test battle against others of my model. 7 units destroyed. Below 15% damage sustained.
Oh, she loses the accent all
Don't
of a
seem
sudden.
to be any problems.
Was that?
Unusual expression detected from research staff. Facial recognition. Yeah, Edogawa, yeah. It looks like him. Like this researcher guy looks exactly like Edogawa. I don't know why. Unusual expression directed from research staff. Facial recognition library indicates surprise.
Did I say something funny?
There it is, the accent's back.
Does it have an accent?
Yes, it does.
Accent? Do you not understand
Yeah,
the
of course.
words coming out of my mouth?
No, we do, but
See? I wasn't hearing things. The unit's speech really is peculiar.
I wonder why I do that.
You don't need to yell.
Is the language interface not set to default? Sheesh. If we'd known this, we would have reset it in advance.
Yeah, the base's personality might be coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the volunteers were from the Kansai area.
but it just woke up. Would it be exhibiting such distinct mannerisms this early?
Oh, I see what they mean. They like I imagine it's from like synthesizes the voice from like recordings of people. I bet. I think that's what they mean. Similar to how like AI voices, like AI like text-to-speech like synthesizes like a voice out of like a bunch of other people's voices and kind of just like becomes its own and learns to pronounce things. So if you train it off of data with an accent, it'll have that accent, which is interesting.
It may be the effect of an enlarged plume of dusk, the basis of their mind. Perhaps it's accelerating their personality development.
Ooh, fun. Exchange of opinions taking place on an unexplained aberrance in speech pattern. Hypothesis offered that language interface systems that fall outside expected results. Review of recent conversation does reveal certain discrepancies. Internal monologue is within expected patterns, but oral output induces anomalies. Anomalies not affecting meaning. No impediments to communication predicted.
But I don't want to waste this feedback data. Those are the best results we've ever seen.
Leave it. It'll be fine. They can understand us anyway. This is just one of those things that makes science interesting.
Just one of those things.
There you go again. This unit is going to be communicating with the others. What if this effect spreads?
Your voice also sounds familiar. Vocal mannerisms are based off the programmer who is in a rural area of Japan, hence the accent. That makes sense. I wonder if her programmer was from Inaba. Anyway.
Not only that, but because
Well,
this
okay.
is an anomaly.
That's
it doesn't
interesting.
Seem to have a 100% accurate accent.
If it's meant to be from a rural area, that's interesting that they chose a sort of Boston-style accent. And localization. I guess they just needed a distinct style accent instead of like, if they wanted to make it rural, why not go with like, like a Texas? That would have been so funny actually if they gave her a southern accent, like she's from fucking, like she's from fucking Alabama or some shit. That would have been really funny. But I like the Boston accent. It's fun. But her voice actor I think was from Boston. That actually makes a lot of sense. She does rock the Boston accent pretty normally, and it does come out a bit when she's speaking like quote unquote normally without the accent. Like I can hear it a little bit in like especially her shadow speech when we get there. So it doesn't have 100% accurate accent
But if it has
either.
a personality, that might speed up the development of its mind.
Yeah, she's right.
3 researchers are standing around the maintenance chair. Each holds a tablet and examines the display on the chair.
All right, unit number
that's
031 will
terrifying.
explain things from the top.
Voice patterns consistent with research
You
staff.
are a weapon created to fight against unique enemies. Therefore, your combat performance is prioritized over all else. But in order for you to use a particular ability, you've been given a certain amount of awareness. And that makes your performance difficult to quantify. So we've been pitting test units against each other as a selective growth process. It's all in the service of achieving higher performance. And we don't want to waste any plumes of dusk.
Accessing archives. Search term Plume of Dusk. 1 match found. A crystalline substance in the core. Ooh, lore. So I guess was unit 037. Maybe. But she's also 2 generations later. Like, Labrys is known as 5th generation anti-shadow weapon Labrys. And Aegis is 7th generation anti-shadow weapon. So I don't know if they directly came after each other. I think that they have generations and they have unit numbers within that generation. But I might be wrong about that. I don't know if they're going to go into it either. Crystalline substance found in core personality modules. Its name derives from its thin, plate-like shape resembling a shed bird's feather. In addition to its circuit-like structure, it has an unnatural viral reaction in response to external stimulus. Similar to a living thing, yet different. It is thought to exist in a state between mind and matter. Mass... That's a curious way to phrase that. I wonder where I've heard that phrase before. Between mind and matter, you say? That's interesting. That Persona doesn't like to mince words. That's very clearly meant to be a nod to the Velvet Room. Ooh, that's weird. Oh, cool. Thought to exist in a state between mind and matter. Mass and information. The details are unknown. There are 12 other subheadings classified under level 7 clearance. Access denied. Matter interpreted as the core personality
But regardless
modules.
of your ego, there is one rule you must abide by. You might as well think of it as an order.
One rule to abide by. Awaiting order.
The only order is to destroy everything we identify as enemies and to emerge victorious. Though your ego will give you some flexibility when planning tactics, there's no need to think about extraneous side issues. Use everything you have to win a fight. That's all you need to concentrate on.
Order confirmed.
Understood.
Yep. A little bit of accent. Destroy identified enemies and emerge victorious. A clear order. It's consistent with the role of a weapon. No abnormalities. Everything is clear. Yeah, I'll place a bookmark. That sounds like a good idea. Underwent maintenance on the chair after test battle. Post-reboot diagnostics showed status normal. The time was 1900. Research staff set new activity cycle. All units will exit standby mode at 0900. Tests will be conducted at regular intervals until 7800. Maintenance and setup will take place until 1900. Afterwards, time is allowed to be spent in the outdoor area of the grounds. On returning, enter standby mode within the cage. Instructions are to repeat these actions until unable to continue. The next item on the new schedule is to spend time in the outdoor area. Parameters of spending time unknown. Hypothesize that the meaning is to remain on standby and wait for time to pass. Hypothesis unnecessary. The schedule must be followed. Exiting building. Ooh. Oh, that's really pretty scenery, actually. Nice mountain in the background, trees. Big ol' satellite dish. Outdoor area reached. Light levels limited due to time of day. Many trees still visible in the environment. It is almost entirely consistent with known data from off-limits area. From the off-limits area. Ooh, interesting. I wonder what that is. The ground is different from the laboratory's artificial flooring, and the soil is exposed. Various natural plants are here. A certain amount of time must be spent here. The intention may be to heighten basic response capabilities in the natural world. Others of the same unit can be seen stepping into central area, reassessing the surroundings in various spectra. Unlike the combat test, no hostile unit markers detected. Hypothetical. In combat, under current conditions, what tactics would be effective? I reassess the surroundings as a combat environment. I assign value to various geographical features. I survey the topography of the outskirts of the environment, detect unusual movement in one unit. Other units are also surveying the environment, but this unit is crouched while holding something with its right arm. I do not deem its usual actions to be a threat. I approach it in order to make inquiries. When I approach, the unit turns around and stands.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Aw, they're twins. Oh, this is so interesting. Oh, I love it. I process a statement. It's a conversational game, but as unexpected. I find no prepared response in my library.
Like how this is our first encounter? In that case, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I've never heard your accent before. It's intriguing.
They said stuff about my accent too earlier. Do I really talk that funny?
I wouldn't say it's strange. It was just surprising.
The unit looks over again and then speaks quietly to something in its right hand. I examine what it holds. It is an organism. Its body is covered in white
What's
fur.
that thing?
It's a dog. It must have wandered in.
Aw, little guy. Do we get a little guy? Organism's parameters are consistent with access data on dog. Its size does not present the threat. The search of its specific breed is cancelled.
Dog.
The unit turns its gaze
My
back to me.
unit number is 024. I wouldn't call it my name, but that's how they refer to me. What's yours?
The unit has provided its designation, despite no prior inquiry. Reason
I'm
unknown.
unit number 031.
They're up to the 30s. I see. That must mean they're finally creating units loaded with full-sized ones.
Doggy! The dog barks. A scan of the surrounding area shows several units turning to investigate. Hey, all units ignore. Turning to investigate. All units ignore and look
This
away.
one wants to say hello too.
It does?
Oh yeah!
You can understand what dogs say?
I forget. I forget that the units can understand dog.
Kind of. After carefully comparing its mannerisms and slight variances in its barking, I just figured it out.
I wonder if that's how Agus figured out how to talk to Koromaru. Or not really figured out. I wonder if that's just how she knew. That's funny. Its right hand pats the dog's head while its left scratches the dog's neck. Unit 024 continues to make various forms of contact with the dog. 024's actions are consistent with styles of communication. Hypothesis. The objective of spending time in this area is to develop communicative skills. Conversing with others of the same unit and refining communication will enhance cooperative tactics. Counterpoint. No value detected in communicating with organisms not of same unit
What's
nor human.
the point in doing that with a dog?
The point? There isn't one, I suppose.
There is no point. Unexpected response strongly indicates that 024 is not like the other
Are you
units.
interested in what I'm doing, though?
Interested? Is there interest involved? That seems to be the case. Unsure of purpose of earlier question to 024. Why ask it? Oral sensors are detecting electric noise. Recognized as information involving no sound waves. Is yet perceived as sound data. What? It is the alarm signaling the end of this activity. All of the units begin moving as one towards the building. 024 speaks to the dog at
Sounds
cradles.
like that's all the time we have today. I need to get back.
Doggy. 024 crouches while petting the dog's fur-covered body and releases it to the ground. 024 stands up again and turns
I hope
around.
to see you again.
024's expression changes as it says this. The movements of the lips is known as a smile. It is shown when humans experience happiness. Contradiction. 024 is a weapon, yet it makes the expression. No hypothesis found. Or, is there no point to it as well? Spare cognitive process rerouted to analysis. Still, I cannot understand it. Aww. My girl's learning. Ooh. More fighting. Oh boy. The next day, after being relapsed from standby, I am assigned to the test battle against others of my unit as yesterday. Order confirmed. I am taken to this chamber as the battle commences. I destroy the other 3 units and sustain little damage. As I wait there, the researchers come in. Oh, we have... all I have is what seems to be high... excuse me. Jesus Christ. I'll have what seems to be high praise for my abilities. I don't understand how I should react to this. Should I give an expression of joy, as 024 did? The researchers crouch next to the units I destroyed and begin working on them. I think back and recall that they underwent this process yesterday as well. I'm curious. I approach them. They open a slit near the unit's neck and use tweezers to remove a bluish-white plate-like object that shines. It shines. They put the object into a petri dish. The distinct shine, neither strong nor weak, is like... No similarities found. I'm sure it is similar to something, but I cannot access the relevant memory. Ooh, I bet that's the plume of
Well, let's
darkness
get
or whatever.
right to the feedback on today's battle.
As I sit in the maintenance chair, they connect a cable to me. The cable terminates the midsection of a large device where petri dishes from earlier are placed. There are a total of 3. Each contains a bluish-white plate-like object.
What's that?
The researcher's expression suddenly changes. She is surprised. It only lasts for a moment before it fades.
This is a plume of dusk. Each of the units you destroyed had one inside them. These are much smaller than the one installed in you, though.
Oh, interesting. It kind of does look like a little bit of a circuit board. I know what that is. This is a plume of dusk, installed in me too. This is an unknown substance from the core of my personality module. I was aware of its existence, but this is my first time seeing it. These are the 3 personality cores of the units I destroyed. They contain not only combat data, but memories and experiences. It is not long before the extracted data download begins. I sort for the data relevant to enhancing battle performance and incorporate it into my own. The process takes much less time than the initial transfer from yesterday. During that time, I recall what took place last night. There are cases where non-combat data is being preserved. Such memories are included in this download as well. Visual memories of outdoor at night. Memories very similar to that were in yesterday's download too. Probably from time spent outdoors in the outdoors area. The units I destroyed seem to have assigned these memories is the same priority as combat data. Why though? It is effective in learning communicative skills, but that is a lower priority than combat. The visual element preserved here is irrelevant. Wait. Hypothesis. The units I destroyed had their own priorities and values, other than executing orders and performing in battle. This line of thought leads to a realization. This thought process I am undergoing right now, it is not executing an order, nor is it contributing to battle performance. I once again look towards the plume of dusk inside the petri dish. Something almost exactly like it is installed in me. Then, were the destroyed units thinking along similar lines as mine until yesterday? I feel twinge within me. It is different from detecting an error or an interference. What is this? I have no answer. Oh boy. That girl's learning. My second night of spending time in the outdoors area came. I started approximately 30 minutes later than yesterday, but there was very little variance in weather and temperature than different. Started approximately 30 minutes later than yesterday, but there is very little variance in the weather and temperature. The difference is trivial. The night sky has the same soft brightness. The wind and the trees are no different. Without understanding why, I initiate data and search regarding the tree that catches my eye. Other than this tree, varies slightly from specimens of its kind found in natural forests. Though this topography seems natural, it may be cultivated and managed by the facility. I decide to traverse the outskirts as I did yesterday. It isn't long before a familiar unit comes into view. There's no need to run a scan for visual matches. I know that this is Unit 024. 024's left side is turned towards me, as it is sitting on a large rock. When I approach 024 notices me and turns around.
Are you looking for something?
024 initiates conversation.
Huh? Who, me?
I just wondered if you were looking for me. I did express a hope yesterday that we would meet again after all.
I was looking for 024? It's true, I may have been. I began walking the same route as yesterday, but once 042 came into view, I changed course to approach. I may have been searching for 024 in this area. Did I desire to reunite with number 024? Why? I'm silent due to lack of explanation. 024 smiles again. A smile. What was the cause of that expression this time? I do not comprehend. Like so many other
Would
things.
you like to sit with me? This rock is large enough to accommodate us both.
Aw.
It would be more relaxing than standing.
Thanks.
I sit in the offered space and gaze at the same scenery 024 is looking
Can
at.
I ask you something?
What is it?
I decide to voice the doubt I experienced during combat today. In my limited experience, 024 has better comprehension of such
Do
matters.
Other units think about stuff that doesn't have to do with fighting and missions?
Do you have such thoughts?
To tell you the truth, I can't really say. Feels like I do, though.
Number 024 is silent for the duration before speaking
Units
again.
of our model are all given a mind. It's so that we can eventually develop what is called an ego. The reason our appearance closely resembles that of humans is related. It's to foster self-awareness, similar to a human's. Have you not been told about personas?
Personas?
Their word is unknown to me. Accessing archives. Searching for persona. Over 1,000 headings found. I must filter the results further. Which subject is 024 referring to? I am silent as I think. 024 smiles again and resumes the conversation.
It's an ability expected of us that normal weapons don't have. The conditions to use one are theoretically already loaded in us. But a well-defined ego seems to be necessary to activate it.
I am already aware that we have been given a mind. Today, I saw for myself the part that forms our personalities. It is an activation triggered by a development of communicative skills. I still do not have a good grasp on it. What the fuck? Sorry. Though, number 024, 024 continues to speak.
That's why I'm sure there are others with thoughts that do not pertain to missions.
That would seem to be the case.
Then maybe those I fought up till now.
024 trains its gaze on
And
me.
how does that make you feel? The
Oh,
opponents
she's a
you
therapist now, that's
destroyed
fun.
may have thought similar things to what you just did.
Do I feel things? I cannot say for sure. I'm unable to respond to the question. Number 024's expression changes again. The expression could be classified as a smile, but is subtly different from the ones I've catalogued as experiencing before. Mixed with the joy and gladness of previous smiles, this one contains a slight hint of sorrow?
It's okay. You don't need to come up with an answer right now.
Aww.
It actually may be better to forget it. After all, tomorrow we may find ourselves ordered to destroy each other.
Oh. Oh, that's really sad. Oh god. Oh no. Not the besties. Once again, I detect a twinge inside. And it's from hearing 024's statement. It's similar to what I sensed during the data transfer today. What the fuck? What is it that wavers inside me? I'm about to be lost in thought again. But as if to prevent that from happening, the signal for a schedule shift echoes in each of our ears.
It's time. I hope we meet again.
Oh god, excuse me. As 024 quietly stands up, I detect an expression I have come to know. Another smile. It appears as if 024 is adopting these smooth changes in expression naturally and not deliberately. I wonder if I'll eventually be able to do the same. Aww. Whoa, that's new music. Another night passes. Another combat test takes place the next day. Just as scheduled, I face units flagged as enemies within the test chamber. I'm overwhelmed with a strange sensation. The way that my opponents are expressing this now seems strange to me. There is no intent or cognition evident in their faces. They are wearing no expressions. They are blank. There is nothing wrong with them. That would be my normal assessment, but I recall 024's image. The blankness of these faces are faces in 024's expressionless face are different somehow. Even when 024 had no particular expression, it was not this blank. Not every portion of the face was neutral. Further analysis shows that the same is true for humans. The researchers are never completely mechanical and expressionless. I look at the hostile flagged units again. They are the same unit type as me. They are given a mind and may potentially develop an ego later. I recall 024's statement again. Do you feel something when you destroy an opponent that may be thinking the same things as you? I'm on the verge of entering a long train of thought when the enemy moves. I shake off my doubts to focus on the battle. What's up, Murgo? How are you? I study the opponent's movements. I formulate the most efficient method of damaging it. I execute the method, over and over. The arrays of actions I had to select from and my flexibility in linking them will decide the outcome. Having already received 10 units worth of download data, I am likely second to none regarding the scope of possibilities in this respect. At times, I can even anticipate their next action. Since my opponents are the same unit type as me, their tactics are determined using the same thought process as mine. That's right. They think the same things as me. Eventually, after approximately 4 minutes pass, all opponents are silenced. I successfully executed my mission. Oh man. Oh man, this story's gonna fucking break my heart, isn't it? Oh god. The day after that, I achieved victory in the combat test with the same efficiency. It is easy to eliminate them. I first began by targeting their weapons. It is not always necessary to destroy their main body. If they are incapable of resisting further, the battle is over. That is the most effective way. I win the next day, and the day after that. Units geared for close combat with no external weapons give me no choice but to damage their chassis. But even then, there is an order to things. If I destroy parts that present a threat, such as the motor functions of their limbs, the match should be considered as won. Soon afterwards, the buzzer signaling the end of test echoes just as I expect. I catch myself rushing over to the unit, collapse on the ground. I have only destroyed the unit's arms and legs, but it's still conscious. I realize But I realize I do not know its unit number. I am at a loss of how to address the unit. The opponent asked me a question that I did not expect.
You seemed to deliberately avoid attacking the face or the neck in that battle.
That's Laura Bailey. Hello.
Why?
Huh?
I am momentarily at a loss for words. What the unit says is true. There is no damage to its face. I review my action during the battle to find that at no point did I attack its neck either. The cranial region is where the plume of dusk is housed. If it is destroyed at any type of unit, that unit will fall. Aiming to disarm an opponent is effective, but targeting weakness is obviously the more effective tactic, and yet I avoided doing so.
Dunno.
The researchers enter the chamber to hide the unit from my field of vision. I cannot determine whether my last words had an effect on the opponent's expression or not. Ooh.
These past 3 days, it hasn't been destroying the other units beyond repair, like it did in the first battle.
It must be learning to finesse its attacks rather than just using brute force. The result? Swift, overwhelming victories.
Its evasive skills are improving as well.
Is that Adachi's voice actor? I think
that
so.
level of flexibility and evasive action could never be replicated by chaining predefined maneuvers.
This unit's collected a good amount of feedback data too. It's growing steadily, feeding on the bones of its kills.
You don't have to say it like that.
The researchers are preparing for the download. Bow. Growing. Destroying them and absorbing their data. That's what growing is? Since I thoroughly destroyed a few of my opponents these last few days, some of their bodies were salvaged. While I downloaded their data, I always kept their still bodies within my view. Oh, this is so fucking sad. Oh, man. Just as the tests are repeated, my actions outside each night repeated as well. I become aware that I'm seeking out 024 of my own will lately. When I attempt to communicate with other units, most often they cannot understand the meaning of my questions. This prevents us from conversing. But that may not be the only reason I want to converse with 042. I have begun to desire it. When I go to see 024, or the white dog I saw on first day we meet appears from
This
somewhere.
one seems to have been raised as a pet somewhere far away from here.
Little guy.
But one day, it was brought to the forest near here, and its owner suddenly disappeared.
Aw. Seems unlikely that 042 obtained such a detailed history of a stray animal from the research staff. Was all this information obtained by communicating directly with the animal? From a dog that does not speak human language?
Its name is apparently Snowy.
Aw.
At least that's the name it responds to the most.
I thought it was a dog.
Oh, well, the name of this animal is a dog. But how do I put this? Snowy is what this specific dog is called.
Snowy.
Aw. Aw, little guy. Show me the dog, Atlas. You fucking cowards. Show me the portrait of the dog. Snowy barks as if comprehending its name.
It's white, like snow. Easy to remember.
When I reach out my hand, Snowy rubs its nose without being frightened. The way it presses my fingers feels as if showing its pride in its name. I do not know the tactical advantage that communicating with animals offers to a weapon, but I feel that there is value in spending time with it. I decide to spend my outdoor activity time that day following Snowy around with 024. Aww. That's really cute. Oh, man. I have a bad feeling, though. I'm just... Oh, man. I'm waiting for the story to suddenly turn into Old Yeller and have my heart broken. Okay, anyway. This outdoor activity time on the next night. When I arrive in the outdoor area, I am listening to a certain sound. I hear the sound intermittently every 4 to 7 seconds. I had wondered about the unknown ambient sound since the first day, but I determined that it wasn't a threat and focused my consciousness on other things. Tonight, I increased my microphone sensitivity to maximum and concentrate on that sound. It's similar to something familiar. I scan my memories until I realize what it is. It is the sound of water. I hear it when the staff uses a device to clean their hands and tools. A waveform has some similarities to that, but if the sound is at this volume in such an open space, the volume of water must be higher than the normal supply would allow for. What could it be? I contemplate asking 024. It's clear that 024 knows much more than I do. Begin walking around in search of 024. Where could 024 be? I go to where we spoke a number of times previously, but 024 is not there. 024 is also not on the rock where we sat together. Is 024 not here? I quickly discard the possibility. We are not ordered what to do while we are here, but coming to this outdoor area is in order. If post-testing diagnostics show no abnormalities, we are all to report directly here. I consider this. If there are no abnormalities. I feel twinge in my chest. It's larger than ever. 024 will be here if there are no abnormalities. But what if there were such abnormalities? What if 024 was damaged during the combat tests? And sustaining damage is not necessarily the extent of the problem. Could it be? I realize that my arms are trembling slightly. It's not a conscious movement. I can't make it stop. Is it possible that perhaps 04 lost in a combat test and was destroyed? In these circumstances, it would be expected for such a day to come. What if 024... What if she never came here again? Oh no!
Oh, this is where you went. You weren't at the usual spot, so I was looking for you.
Huh, okay. Until I heard the voice from behind me, my sensors had stopped accepting input. No sound, no light, nothing. All of them come back online with her voice. I turn around. 024 furrows a brow and looks into my face.
What's wrong? The look on your face seemed as if you saw something frightening.
My face? My expression? Frightening? Am I scared?
I do not comprehend. I cannot make that judgment.
Are you perhaps scared of fighting?
Nah, I don't think that's it. What is this? I can't tell.
Am I scared? Scared of what? That she will disappear? During an operation, it is possible that I might assign greater priority to other unit safety than my own, but we are not in operation now. And this emotion is not the same anyway. It's a different emotion. An emotion? I have emotions? I looked at 024's face pleadingly, but I cannot put my question into words. I cannot express my feelings to her. And though 024 sees this, she says nothing. She only smiles tenderly. Ah, the same smile she showed me once. It's happy but also sad. During that night's outdoor activity time, neither 024 nor I speak much. We just walk together side by side without saying anything. I do not take the opportunity to ask her about the intermittent sound of water. It is the next day. I detect some sort of weight in my chest. I'm aware that there's no physical weight there. It is most likely a psychological phenomenon. I perform a vocabulary research. The idiom of being heavy-hearted applies best. I cannot help but find it amusing. It is a very apt phrase. But what is causing this heavy-heartedness? I may not be able to see 024 someday. Wait, that I may not be able to see 024 someday? That may be it. But I do not think that is all. Over the next few days, I spent my time without finding an answer to this question. Each night after the combat test, when it is time for outdoor activities, I seek out 024 first. And each time I confirm her presence, I feel an incredible sense of relief and rush over to her. We exchanged standard greetings in the first few days, but that practice was eventually discarded. There are no special greetings between us. We can understand each other without words. Our eyes and expressions communicate enough. Tonight I find 024 and rush over to her as usual. There are no words, only exchange of smiles. We begin walking together.
Do you remember me asking before if you were scared of fighting?
Aww.
To tell the truth, I'm scared of it too.
Her confession is surprising, but it's counter to our natural nature as weapons. Yet for some reason, I am not surprised by it.
I'm afraid I'll lose and be destroyed, and it's painful for me to make others go through the same ordeal.
Aww.
We may be weapons, but shouldn't we be driven by more than seeking victory? I've been wondering that for a long time.
But that's against orders.
024 gives a half-hearted smile.
I'm sure things would probably be much simpler if I stopped thinking and just obeyed orders. Unfortunately, I finally found it. I found my answer.
Your answer?
Aww.
There's someone I want to meet. I feel like meeting this person is my own objective and not an order given to me.
Aww. Since we have never left the facility, I have absolutely no acquaintances outside outside people, there should be no relationship. But I immediately understand. This person she wants to meet is someone on the outside. Even I don't know why I thought so. But when I reflected upon that thought, the indescribable wavering within me becomes greater than ever.
Ever since I started thinking that I was scared to fight, each day was painful for me. If I'm going to feel this way until the day I lose, I even thought it would be better if I lost on purpose.
Oh no!
But I won't think that anymore. I feel glad now that I exist. I mean, we're loved after all.
Loved?
That's right.
I repeat that to myself. The word loved. I do not comprehend. But when I look at her gaze, her clear eyes seem to see beyond the sky. Her statement seems correct. I feel that this must be something vital. As I watch her try to express something without words, it's hard to believe she's the same unit type as me. It seems more that she is human.
Why are you telling me this?
It's probably because I didn't think anyone but you would understand.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm
Aw.
not sure I really get it either.
I'm sure you'll understand one day.
Aw.
I hope so anyway.
Sheesh. Why you gotta be so cryptic?
Zero4 laughs at this. It is the purest smile I have catalogued. I know this without comparing it to anything that is a smile of pure joy. Aww. I detect Snowy playing at my feet. After playing at 024's feet too, Snowy runs off about 3 meters and then turns around. Tim moves vigorously back and forth. Soon afterwards, Snowy sits on the ground and looks up at 024. I watch 024 crouch and pat his head. I'm thinking back about our other things. Things besides fighting and defeating the nearest enemy. My own objective. Someone to meet. I still do not fully comprehend. But the way she is playing with Snowy tonight looks more fun than ever. Her smile seems very natural. If the answer she discovered is the origin of that smile, I would like to understand it someday too. I can feel that desire budding inside me. Aww. Oh man. I once again participate in combat tests. Once again, I claim victory without destroying my opponents. I target only her weapons and limbs. I like not to employ the tactic of targeting the weakness in their cranial regions. I believe that if they think the same thing as I do, they would not wish for their personality models to cease functioning. Though, even if I do not destroy them, the research staff will remove their plumes of darkness dusk either way. Their functions will be suspended. My actions are difficult to justify. I feel that suspension through destruction is not a suitable end for them. That is what I think when I rationalize applying the criteria to myself. I do not think anyone would want their consciousness to be terminated by those like them. I find myself more conscious of the damage I sustain and efficiency in combat than ever. Depending on my results, I may eventually be ordered to destroy them. To prevent that from happening, I must continue fielding favorable results. It becomes easy to continue fighting with that objective in mind. That is becoming my new objective. I am theoretically being tested on destroying my opponents, but I have begun fighting so that they will not be destroyed. Paradoxically, this caused my results to improve. Could this considered be going against orders? My strike shatters the servos on the opponent's pivot leg. She falls to the ground, unable to stay upright. Her weapon has already been destroyed. She would be incapable of resisting now. The buzzer signal at the end of the test does not sound. So when I hear grating metallic sound from the opponent, she leaps onto me with her one good arm and leg.
What's the matter, number 031? Hurry up and terminate the target.
I do not know what to do. My opponent is acting contrary to her own safety. I grant that this is the only action left to her, but she will destroy herself before inflicting any damage to me. The fact that puts one's life at risk like that. Putting one's life at risk? What am I saying? We are weapons. We exist to obey orders. We cannot prioritize our self-preservation without a change in those orders. That is why she is challenging me to a fight. She will do so until her circuits and servers burn out and she becomes incapable of action. She grapples with me, but my hands to her neck and squeeze. Just my gut to the limiters of 70% of maximum. The opponent's body makes an abnormal sound. But this, since the main lines of the bridge unit snap in half inside the off structure, her movement stops. Jesus Christ. Her limbs go flaccid, indicating loss of consciousness. I can see my reflection in her optic inputs. They have lost their focus and look like black holes. I gasp. The face I see reflections is not The face I see reflected in them is not expressionless. How should this expression be classified? I've seen it sometimes when 024 smiles. His face indicates sadness. Oh no. Buzzer signaling the test end finally rings. The researchers enter the chamber. I'm used to this scene now.
Well, that was pretty impressive. You think it's because of the size of her plume? Funny that one little part could make such a difference.
Indeed. Most of it is due to differences in their tactical mentalities. It may be on the cusp of what we would call an ego.
Considering how everything's been going so far,
Huh.
I'm starting to believe more in persona abilities.
One little part? Is it true that the plume of dust installed in me is comparatively the largest among units of my type? But does this part determine everything about us? 224 smile seems much more human than mine. I find myself opening my mouth to speak, but then I realize the statement that I'm about to deliver is a protest. I'm quick to abort. Was I about to deny the staff's authority? They speak to me. My confusion seems to have gone unnoticed.
Well done, unit number 031. That was an impressive display of destruction. Plus, you cleanly severed its transmitter, leaving the plume of dusk unharmed. That's certainly ending things on a high note.
Ending things on a high note. An act of destruction is a high note? The researchers look at each other while holding the petri dish with the bluish white plate-like object. One of them says, "This is the one."
All right, number 031. As of today, the test battles are finished.
Huh? It's over?
Can I help questioning the unexpected
All
statement?
the results indicate that you have the very highest performance out of all the units of your model.
Yay!
I'd say we can go ahead and earmark unit number 031 to be the base for developing the 5th generation.
The base?
It means that you're the winner.
The combat tests are over. Will I no longer be required to fight? A strangely intense sensation of relief fills me. It's not because I've won and earned some kind of reward. If the tests have ended, those of my unit type that are not yet destroyed can escape that fate. Interesting. It seems that I was reluctant to destroy them after all. My priorities have become inverted. Yet I am so happy that I smile. The researchers notice this expression as well and smile
Okay,
back.
we're going to begin the usual review of the feedback. So come over here.
When the download begins, the memories and thoughts of my recent opponent flow into me along with vivid images. Sifting through the battle data has become a routine that I have repeated so often that I'm barely conscious of it now. I peruse the non-combat memories she preserved. This is the landscape of the outdoor area again. First, I can only vaguely recognize it, but now I can pinpoint exactly where this memory is from. It is near the biggest tree. The memory is of flowers. There are images of a small shoot, a budding plant, and a blossoming flower. She must have had an interest in the concept of growth. For machines, the growth of an individual is an unknown concept. But one of us took an interest, where I had only seen it as part of the landscape. It seems that she, too, had her own thoughts unrelated to her orders and battle performances. She simply did not show it. I recall what 024 said. My own objective, and not an order given to me. The twinge in my chest returns. I'll make sure that I hold tight to your memories. This is the thought that was formed in my mind. Aww. Oh my god. Once again, it is time to spend time outdoors. I quickly meet up with 024. It seems she was looking for me as well.
Can I talk to you for a while? The lab boys told me today that they were putting the kibosh on the test battles.
I see. It's over then.
Look, I've been thinking. If they end up tossing us out soon because of that, I want to go with you to go see that person you were talking about. The one you wanted to meet.
Aww.
I might even put in a formal request about it to the lab boys.
024 takes my right hand. Aww. Before I can determine her intent, she pulls a cable from her wrist and connects it to the port of my own. She looks at my face in silence. Thinking that she wants to confirm that the tests are in fact over, I nod. But the data transfers from her to me. The packet flowing through the cable is a single very small
If
archive
you are
file.
still safe when everything is over, open this file.
Aww. 02 removes the cable, but keeps hold of my
What do
hand.
you mean, when everything is over? How come I can't look at it now?
If I had to answer, I would say because it wouldn't be fair.
Fair?
She smiles and does not answer. It is that same unsure expression. It's a smile, but there is sadness
It would
in
be
it.
wonderful if I could go with you to see her.
Her.
Uh,
So this person you're looking forward to meeting is a girl?
024 nods
But
slowly.
it's strange. Even though my wish may not come true, I still feel satisfied for some reason. How bizarre. It's a fervent wish of mine, too.
Aw. She looks towards the sky and smiles faintly. This time, it contains more than sadness. There are too many emotions for me to parse, all reflected in that one expression.
I believe in you. I can tell you this because I trust you.
Aw.
Maybe that's why I feel so at peace.
Huh?
Maybe this is what it is to feel alive.
Alive. It has happened again. I do not comprehend the meaning of the word, yet I feel a twinge inside. I look at the sky in an attempt to follow her gaze. There is nothing to hint at her meaning, but I still want to get closer to her. She wishes for me to understand, and I grant her wish. I want to grant her wish. From then on, we spend our time looking up at the sky in silence. Excuse me. From then on, we spend our time looking up at the sky in silence. Eventually, the signal of this time is up reaches our ears. That's when I notice that this moon had appeared from behind the laboratory building. I see. I thought that the light emanating from the plumes of dust reminded me of something. I know what it is. It's very similar to the light from the moon in the sky. Aw. Oh my god, this is so fucking sad. The hell, man. Stop making me feel things, game. You piece of shit. What's up, Corticon? How are you? The sun rises and the next day arrives. After coming out of standby, I am ordered to enter the shock-resistant chamber once again. From what I'm told, it is for a different purpose in the combat tests. Soon afterwards, 3 researchers who supervise the feedback downloads appear.
Sounds like it's decided. We'll discontinue use of the name Unit Number 031. Generation 5 Labrys will be this unit's new name.
Yo! Generation 5 Labrys.
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 That's your name. The official one's much longer. Generation 5 Anti-Shadow...
Fifth generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labrys. How hard is that to remember?
I'm angry. You're angry? Damn.
Labrys.
I don't want to be nosy, so I'm not going to ask what about. This designation is a name that is not a number. This designation by a name and that is not a number. I never questioned being called all number 031 until now. Nothing about it ever seemed awkward. But I wonder why. I am happy now to have acquired a name. Even if my designation changes, it will not have a concrete effect on my abilities. By discarding my number for a name, I feel as though I am no longer one of a series with minute variations. I am a discrete individual. That may be why. I find myself smiling as a
From
result.
now on, the battles you fight will not be to test your performance. They'll be geared toward drawing out a persona. First, you will fight all the remaining units of your model type. Your objective is to destroy them. Every last one.
Oh god.
Huh?
I'm perplexed at the disconnect between their tone of voice and the specifics of the order. Fight against all the remaining units of my model type? Destroy every last one of
The
them?
fear impulse and self-preservation instinct seem to be the key to activating a persona. This is the most effective method of inducing extreme mental stress.
Ah, so they're just throwing her in the deep end in the hopes that the fucking fear of it awakens a persona in her.
Stress? Come on, you don't have to go this far.
Huh? Well, that's a first. None of them have ever protested like that. Well, at least that's a sign that its ego is developing.
Oh god.
You told me it was over. I thought I wouldn't have to do these things anymore.
Oh god.
Ain't there some other way? If there is, please, let me do that instead.
Oh god.
I don't want to fight him anymore.
Oh. Three creatures look at me with apparent surprise on their faces. Did my protest get through to them? I hope so, but
That's a surprise. Such natural speech patterns. I hadn't thought its personality would develop this fast.
All the data is being recorded now. Let's compare them and look at which stages they improve at.
they smile while muttering to themselves. I'm at a complete loss for words. They're not machines, but humans, and on top of that, they are my creators. Surely they are able to understand what I'm saying, at their current expression. Until now, I thought that they were understanding people who treated us. They were understanding people who treated us as close to human. I was wrong. I'm only an object to them. No matter what I say, they'll only see it as a response to stimulus. Behind their gentle attitudes, we are nothing more than test subjects they hold no emotional attachment to. They do not focus on what I'm saying. They're only interested in as a reaction. Oh my god. The Reachers ignore my stunned silence and hastily leave the chamber. Their figures are hidden behind the hatch. Soon, with a terrible low-pitched sound, the hatch on the other side begins to open, right where the opponents come through. I'll be forced to fight again today, and the days to come. I must continue to destroy my opponents each time. I cannot find the words I want to say. I slowly turn my head towards the hatch, but they see that truly leaves me at a loss for words. Oh no.
No.
My opponent emerging from the hatch is 024. There's no smile or sadness in her face. She's quietly standing there, expressionless. 024 steps in the chamber while gazing at my face. The hatch slowly closes behind her. Oh.
Why?
Oh. Even I don't know who the question is addressed to. Why is she here? Because she was ordered? Because she was ordered. Do I have to fight her now? It's not quite sinking in yet, but sharp tone I've never heard from her before. She tells me what I must
Draw
do.
your weapon.
I can't.
If you don't fight, you'll lose. I will end up destroying you. Are you willing to accept that?
Why? Why are you saying this stuff?
Oh. 024 ignores my question and reaches behind her back with her right hand. The multi-use weapon unit releases from her back. That becomes a great sword in her right hand. It is approximately 1.5 meters long, as she is tall. As long as she is tall. What? Oh, it's okay. I see what she means. It is also alarmingly wide and fitted with propulsion devices. It is difficult to process seeing the weapon pointed at me.
If you fear being destroyed, if you have a heart capable of fear, then there's no need to hesitate. That alone gives you the right to attack me with all your strength.
Huh.
But doesn't the same go for you?
I cannot help but plead. 024 does not answer. It appears that a very small smile forms on her
You
lips.
said there was someone you wanted to meet. I can't fight you knowing that.
I turn to appeal to the Reachers launching from the other side of the glasses
Come
wall.
on, stop this! I don't want to fight anymore!
Oh god. I press against the transparent wall and continually strike with my fists. Though my safety limiters are disabled, it must be coated with something. It must be coated with something. I cannot even scratch it. The Reachers are standing on the other side completely expressionless, as if they are machines themselves. I beg and plead, but they don't respond. If only there wasn't this clear glass wall between us. I'm so frustrated. Why? Then I hear Unit 024 speak weakly behind
Only
me.
one of us can exit this chamber.
Huh?
They never told you, since you were strong enough, that battles never lasted very long. But that's the rule of this place. The only time the door leading beyond that transparent wall opens is when one of us is considered unable to fight.
Oh.
From the start,
No.
this whole setup
Stop
never
it.
took our feelings into account.
I can say nothing. I can see from her words what atrocious battles were forced upon
But
her.
talking like this is a waste of time. I can see I won't spur you into fighting with just words alone.
Oh no. As soon as she finishes, 024 leaps into the air, swinging her sword at me. I quickly jump back and barely dodge the attack. Her sword slashes in space where I'd been at a speed that could have killed me. The tip grazes the chamber floor, red sparks fly. She is serious. It finally sinks in, and I jump away to put distance between
I
us.
don't intend to meekly accept my destruction. I have my own goal after all.
Oh.
Now, fight me.
No, I don't want to. I have no choice but to fight. Though, a thought crosses my mind. In terms of basic combat strength, mine is probably higher. Using my usual tactics, I should be able to destroy her and her weapon, disable enough servos to prevent her from attacking. 024's ego is without a doubt more highly developed than mine. It must be valuable to the researchers. If I can render her incapable of acting, I may be able to avoid the order to destroy her when she's down. I decide to bet on that possibility. I choose my priorities and fight back with all my strength. I cannot do this empty-handed. I remove my own multifunctional weapon from my back and shape it into a battle axe. It pains me to do this, but it is the only way. I repel L024's persistent sword strikes and go for a counterattack. I aim for the great sword's clasp with my battle axe. After a number of hits, it shatters. My next target is a transmission system for her shoulder and knee joints. In terms of output and movement itself, I detect various differences between us. Amongst those of my unit type, I awaken latest. Compared to Unit 024, not only my personality module, but my limbs have been upgraded to the latest versions. It is only a matter of time. 024 loses virtually all offensive capabilities and falls to the floor. As I planned, Unit 024 is mostly undamaged apart from her weapon and motor functions. I immediately turn towards the researchers behind the invisible wall and raise my voice.
Isn't this enough? She had that ego thing way before me. Destroying her won't do anyone any good. Come on. Have a heart.
But hearing this, the researchers only laugh. Their faces are as joyous when they see the results that surpass their expectations. Why? What in this situation could cause such joy? 024's body collapses on the floor, suddenly begins to convulse. It goes for a few seconds. Then, although it should not be able to move, it dragged itself up.
Huh? What the?
Unpleasant metallic sounds are coming from all over her body. It indicates that she is undergoing unreasonable stress. Still, no expression appears on 024's face. Her eyes are dark. It's a cold, dull-like void, similar to the appearance of a newly activated unit. I know this as soon as I look at her. She would never make that face like this on her own.
What did you do to her?
It'll be coming at you with everything it has now. You better not hold back either.
Oh shit. Give me a second. I got a bot. Sorry about that. Come on. Come on. Work with me here. Come on, game. I swear to fucking God. There we go. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's weird.
Number 024 had an excellent record against others of its model. Even you might have a hard time beating this one, Labrys.
I'm unconsciously fighting myself, biting my lip. We are weapons. In other words, we are tools. Of course, there would be a means to issue orders remotely. I recall what the other researcher said. This is the most effective method of inducing extreme mental stress. In other words, the more strongly I desire 024's survival, the stronger my reaction will be when forced to destroy her. That's why they laughed. I can sense the strength draining from my shoulders. There's nothing more I can attempt. All I can do is end her. Oh. Beside me, 024, or rather, in her animated shell. Her approaches me, its limbs shaking. I suppress all thoughts unrelated to tactics and slowly turn around. My body goes cold. Firearm snaps to move visitors controlled by someone else to ready my weapon. No. It was not a close fight. Once I decided to finish this, once I was resolved to stop her, Number 024, as she is now, stood no chance against me. Damn. I fall to my knees next to 024. Her limbs have been shattered. She will never rise again. My processors are overloaded with things I cannot understand. I feel as if processing has slowed. 024's face is turned up to the ceiling.
Are you not gonna look at me anymore? You're not gonna smile again?
I did not expect her to respond, but 024's face moves slightly. I stared at her without knowing how to react. She turns her gaze to me and smiles.
I'm sorry to leave you alone. I leave the rest to you.
Those are the last words she spoke of. I can't believe this. There's a smile on 024's dead face. She's smiling at the one who destroyed her and robbed her of her dream. All at once, everything hits me like a torrent of emotion and data. I've lost her. I did it. I took everything from her. My vision begins to fade. My thoughts go with it. I cannot determine whether the lights are actually dimming or if that's only my perception. It is too much to handle. Collapsed to the ground helplessly like a crumbling statue. Oh god, that's fucking heartbreaking. Oh my god. Next time I'm awake, I'm lying inside a cage. It seems I was carried out of the test chamber. The download of 024's feedback data is about to begin. Research seems to have taken my sudden loss of consciousness seriously. I'm confined in cages instead of sitting in the usual maintenance chair. The researchers keep repeating the word interesting. So this is how they react to extreme mental stress is induced. I can hear their voices so clearly. I seem to derive pleasure from the fact that I lost consciousness due to mental stress, rather than physical damage. Cables are connected to my body, one after another. The data download begins. All of 024's information. Combat data, various records, the memories she experienced. All of it flows into me. My eyes widen in surprise. Everything is so vibrant, so clear that it is indistinguishable from actually experiencing them. This is the first time I've received memories with such vivid images. All the images are linked to records of the emotions he felt in relation to them. They're so strongly linked that my screening protocols cannot distinguish them from human thought. Aww. The outdoor area where we spent time. The big tree whose branches we examined. The sound of the water we heard periodically. Snowy running around playing. As I relive 024's experiences, I pick up on an unfamiliar voice. There's no associated image data. Only the voice can be heard. It's a female voice. It's a female researcher in this facility, but its voice belongs to a younger person, still in human developmental stages.
I know the world is a big place. And I know that there's a lot of people in it. But I won't be able to see it for myself, or meet many of them. I know that too. I'm too weak for that.
Her speech is different from the researchers and those of my unit type. It is very similar to my own speech output.
Thinking about it has made me sad more than once. But I didn't want to do nothing and be left with regrets. That was when my mom and dad looked into some options. And we decided to go with this experiment. If even a sick girl like me could make herself useful to others in this world, I thought I ought to go for it.
What could this be? I know only that she is female. She is in a situation where a condition prevents her from moving freely. It seems that instead of lamenting that fact, she has decided to volunteer an experiment of some kind. Where did 024 hear this voice? Does she know this person? I wish I could ask her, but that's no longer possible.
At first, I kept wondering how much I could really contribute. But after hearing more and more about the program, I started to wonder about the others more myself.
Others is strange. But when I heard it, I felt 024's heart waver. Was she surprised? Perhaps. Even I feel something unexplainable.
And yeah, My big wish is to make myself useful to this world. But the
Huh.
ones born from me. Is born the right word for it?
Oh,
Kind of embarrassing.
I see.
My other wish is that the ones born from me are happy. I doubt I'll be able to talk to them in person or stay with them. I still wish from the bottom of my heart that they all have happy lives.
People's voices have unique characteristics. In the past, I would have expressed it as a variance in waveform, but each has what could be called its own texture and temperature to it. This sounds very warm and kind. I would like to listen to more of it, but the speech ends there. There are no more related memories from 024. Aww. While the cables disconnect, I decide to search for the archives for the result matching the voice. Sadly, there are no results, but during that search, I suddenly remember something. The archive given to me by 024 last night. Quickly open the forum and find a single text file
If you
instead.
are reading this, then I have most likely been destroyed.
Oh my fucking god, she pulled that.
It
Okay.
may be that you already understand the concept of guilt, but you have done nothing wrong.
If you are still safe when everything is over. She must have been if I defeated her when in combat. 024 knew that this would happen to those who had lost the trial. What emotions was she feeling then? What was going through her mind as she prepared this file? I feel something wrenches inside my
I
chest.
happened to access certain data during the feedback treatment and learned something. Artificially creating a personality from scratch is very difficult, though they hope to achieve it in 2 generations. But those of our model were actually made from the template of a certain girl's personality. That includes you and I. She had left a recording for the units created using her personality. A message for those of us who did not yet exist. That's what I heard. She speaks in a strange way, like you. I thought, we really are connected to her.
I think about that unknown voice. The experiment the voice spoke of was related to our development after all. The developer of that voice was speaking
The
to
one
us.
who gave birth to us loved us. When I understood that, I felt like my eyes were opened. Though my life was filled with suffering, my birth had meaning. I firmly believe that. I want to meet her. I need to tell her thank you for giving birth to us and for loving us. This
Aw.
was not an order from the scientists. It was an objective I made for myself. So if you can understand my feelings, I'd like you to do this in my stead. Give our mother my thanks.
024 must have wanted to meet this girl who she saw as our mother. She must have longed to thank the girl in person. The data within me, her heart tells me so. During the time which she was ordered to destroy her sisters, this wish must have been her only hope. Yet it did not come true. I shattered it. The one she herself was the only thing who understood her. She must have been devastated. But the letter ends in the way I least
Though we
expected.
knew each other for only a short time, I'm glad I met you. I feel the same right now as our mother did. I wish from the depths of my heart for you to be happy.
Oh. What the fuck, man? God damn it. Oh, I'm sad. That's so that's fucking tragic. That's brutal. Oh my god. Okay. I am shocked. How can I feel the way how can she feel that way about someone who may one day destroy her? I realize then that the visual input from my optics is experiencing distortion for some unknown reason. An unfamiliar source of water trickles down my cheek.
Labrys, is she crying?
So she is. I can't believe we're actually seeing a machine being driven to tears.
But its mental graphs are clearly abnormal. What kind of information did it download?
Who knows? That's one thing the graphs can't tell us.
We should take care to limit our studies to just the battle data. It doesn't need any sentimental memories. You can delete those. Why make a weapon so emotional that it can cry?
Delete them? Something roars within me. It drowns out the feelings for 024 and our mother that had filled my heart.
Delete! Like hell you're deleting my memories!
Under no circumstance will I allow what 024 or left me to be under no circumstances will I allow what 024 left me to be deleted for their convenience. I will not forgive this selfishness. We have been treated callously by the researchers in this laboratory. They gave us hearts, yet made us destroy those of our units as enemies. We killed our sisters at their command. If we refused, our desires were overridden, and we became their puppets. The wishes of this girl, who desired our happiness, were not taken into consideration. Now, even the few memories of number 024, my sisters I have accumulated are about to be erased like trash. Though their aim is to develop our ego, they find it inconvenient for us to have real hearts. These feelings within me may be erased. Perhaps, too, my heart itself. If that happens, will I resume killing my sisters without hesitation? What is least forgivable is the proof that 024 had lived. Her last wishes will be permanently lost. My hands are squeezed into tight fists, giving a small grinding noise. The gold that 024 found for herself was left to me. I'll carry it out as my own now. I will burn it into my heart as my goal. This is a duty I impose on myself gladly. Nothing will make me surrender it. It must be fought for. Oh shit! Or rather, it must be protected, even if it means fighting.
What the? Its emotions are spiking into the red. I've never seen anything like this.
Hey, what's that warning? No. Labrys is in battle mode?
What? That can't be. There aren't any enemies. We're the only ones here.
I'm able to release all my limiters despite being inside a cage. The researchers monitoring me on their tablet PCs seem perplexed and alarmed by this. They should be. They're witnessing an override of the principle of non-aggression towards humans. They're flustered and too panicked to speak as they clearly announce that emergency has occurred. They were too flustered and too panicked to speak clearly as they announce that an emergency has occurred. One of them steps away from the cage I'm in and reaches for a switch with warning labels around it. Suddenly, restraints appear to bind my limbs.
Are you saying those mental fluctuations were enough to override the OS's restrictions?
That plume's playing pranks on us. Hey, hurry up and delete those memories.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I think it's Persona time. These memories in my heart are not unnecessary.
What do you think we are?
Something I've not felt until now. A sensation like heat spreads throughout my body. A trembling, burning wave rises within me. Soon afterwards, I realize that this is an emotion. There's a name for this feeling. It's anger. I reveal all my strengths into my restrained limbs. The restraints are designed to withstand up to twice our calculated maximum output. Trying to escape is therefore logically doomed to failure. Even so, I continue to muster my strength. Not because I judge it a viable course of action. I'm not merely executing an order. I'm acting based on my emotions. It doesn't matter if the restraints can be destroyed or not. I wish to destroy them. The metal parts in both my limbs and the restraints begin to break.
How's it doing that? There's no way those things are strong enough to break the restraints.
It's outputting over 220% of its theoretical strength limit, even though its joint actuators are operating at only 70% capacity.
That's not possible. That doesn't even make any sense. What's driving this thing?
I'm not gonna let you take those memories. I made her a promise.
Oh shit! The next moment, like a rupturing sound like a small explosion shakes the entire room. Heavy metallic bands restraining my arms and legs shatter. I jump out of the cage and run towards the open door. I must escape from here. I have to get out and see the girl who loved us, though we were not yet created. Fulfill 024's wish, which has now become mine. When I enter a hallway connected to the outdoor, I am met with barricades and heavy artillery.
Oh, come on! I ain't even got any projectile weapons!
My sister units, and I have never been equipped with firearms. I recall it being due to concerns over a unit's mentality affecting the accuracy of its aim. Instead, we are given short-range weaponry, a chain arm, and other implements in my case. But they are not sufficient to deal with the range of firearms. However, I do have a countermeasure. By using the flexibility and adapting to the situation of my developed mind, I dodged the complex projectile trajectories and destroyed the opposition. Oh my god, she killed people. She killed, like, just killed a bunch of people. Holy shit. Eventually, I reached the end of the hallway and exit to the outdoor area. I have not seen this environment before. The trees are the same species as those that grow near the facility. But these specimens are much larger. Where am I? The question did not cross my mind until now. Where am I? Where are we? Cannot use a GPS as that should be installed in me. Seems the research facility blocked GPS signals outside of its walls. It's probably to prevent location from being pinpointed. Is there anything to the environment that can help me determine my location? The blue sky I'm seeing for the first time is stunning but irrelevant. Then I noticed a periodic sound of liquid in the distance. Ah, that's the sound of the ocean. The answer came easily to my mind. One of my sisters must have taken an interest in it and learned what it was. My sisters are helping to keep me alive now. When I think of it that way, a burning feeling rises deep within my chest. But none of what I see in my surroundings is helpful. Is there anything else by which I can determine my location? Any landmarks or signposts? I scan my surroundings while running past. These trees obstructing my view. They are a unique species. Maybe a hint. I review the trees' characteristics more and run other search on them. I did this once already, but there is much more data available to me now. Once again, results come easily. This variety is a tree known as a cedar. It's found in many habitats, but the cedars here are unique. The tree's shape and its age implies... The tree's shape and the age it implies is so different that it's nearly a separate species. If that is because of the difference in environment, it may be useful in determining my location. It's when an unfamiliar sound reaches my ears. Heavy rumble of what sounds like a motor. Seems that they have dispatched a vehicle to pursue me. I expected this. The response is swift. It seems that they have measures in place in the event one of us escaped. When the vehicle stopped behind me, fully armed personnel pour out of it. They move to surround me, from both left and right. It is an obvious response. No matter how much power I may have, I'm alone. The optimal solution would be to overwhelm me with numbers. I try to shake them off by running faster. Wall. Big wall. Soon after I reach the main gate of the laboratory, a high steel edifice. It is tightly sealed. A number of heavily armed guards are protecting it. You got this. Stop, there is nowhere else to go.
Come back here. You're too useful a unit to destroy. You need to get back here to be regulated. That's your role in all this.
They're not going to convince her like that, buddy. It cannot be destroyed here, but it cannot be captured either. They will surely delete my memories. They will take my wish and everything else that was given to me. What purpose even is there in avoiding destruction if that's what awaits me? The only options available are whether my wish dies with me or whether it's stolen away.
I'm gonna let you destroy me. And not just because I don't want to be destroyed.
Paul. The moment I focus my concentration to remove the limiters on my onboard weaponry, I sense an unknown strength rise within me. Directly afterwards, something that cannot be quantified fills my body and the surrounding area.
What the?
The pursuit vehicle suddenly stops. The research staff gets off of one another.
This reading,
aftershock.
is it on the verge of a persona reaction?
Oh shit, it's persona time.
Aw, damn it, why now?
Well, at least this proves that mental stress is the key to activating a
Shut the fuck
persona.
up. Shut the fuck up.
Who cares about that right now? It's not fully awakened yet, but with it still unstable, we don't know what it's capable of.
I'm intrigued by their statement.
Persona?
I knew that we had the means, but I still was not aware of controlling anything. I was not aware of controlling anything. I don't know if it could be called a power, nor do I know how to use it. But I can tell that the others are afraid. I seize the opportunity to run towards the main gate. There's a slight possibility that I can reach the door without attracting any gunfire, and vault over the door with my legs and chain arm. The moment I reach the gate, I launch my chain arm towards the upper threshold of the door. But the moment the arm grabs the ledge, something emerges. Much greater power touches the door as well. Oh shit! Oh shit! Suddenly, the door crumbles like paper, and a large hole forms in the upper half.
Now it's done it.
We need to hurry. If it's that strong already, we won't be able to stop it once its persona completely awakens.
That's persona.
I quickly regain my senses. I burst out of the facility and single-mindedly jump outside. My feet touch the ground of the outside world for the first time. They will most likely not let me escape. Fortunately, the door is badly damaged. It should take time until it can be open enough for vehicles to pass through. I need to gain as much distance and time as possible, and then... It is then that I realize I do not have a destination in mind. Who is the girl Earl 024 wishes to see? Where can I go to meet her? And the clue I have is the idiosyncrasies of the girl's speech. I have learned that the distinct speech patterns are often associated with specific regions. I should begin by traveling to where that style of speech is common. It is reckless, but I feel confident. At the very least, I can get closer to the girl than I am now. Although my situation is dire, and I am under pursuit, internally I am cheerful. There is a bounce in my step. For some reason, I cannot remain calm. Yeah, I'll place a bookmark. That seems like a good idea, game. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Just then, 5 meters ahead, something white and fluffy crosses my path. It is Snowy. Oh. It notices me and approaches. I'm worried about my pursuers, but I cannot dismiss 024 beloved Snowy. I lower my speed and run with it. Then I notice that the scenery we are passing by has calmed. My surroundings are very different now. The blue sky that was previously obstructed by trees is now clearly visible. The green grass is shining vibrantly in the light of the sun. There is a deeper blue than the sky ahead. Many lines of white run across it.
The ocean?
Snowy barks as if in answer. I feel like it's saying, "That's right." I could not previously comprehend Snowy. I did not have an interest in trying. Now I can grasp what Snowy is saying, as if I could speak with its own language. I know it feels happy to be able to run with me. I feel as 024 is inside me. Though we were forced apart, she certainly left me many things. Not only her wish, but other things as well.
I'll find her come hella high water. Are you with me, Snowy?
Snowy barks energetically. I respond with thanks and a smile. 024 and Snowy are encouraging me. Though I do not have any clues, I will find her, no matter what happens or how long it takes. Search for my current location once more. Now that I am further from the facility, I can use my GPS to triangulate my location. But, on seeing the test results, I cannot help but stop running. Snowy stops a little further ahead, then returns to me. My current location is Yakushima, within the Kagoshima Prefecture. It is a remote island far from shore. The island's perimeter is only 132 kilometers. In such a limited area, it will be a matter of time before a full-scale manhunt apprehends me. The research facility must have been built on an island in anticipation of such situations. Even if someone were to escape the facility, the island's geography would contain them. It is essentially a natural prison. I do not want to believe it, but my hope was meticulously strangled before it was born. However, I cannot wait here to be captured. I begin running again. That was expected from my position. Expected from my position data and map, I immediately reached the ocean. It's here!
So this is the ocean.
We saw this when, I think Igus, obtained our memories.
It's so huge. I can't see anything out there at all.
I look at the glistening surface of the ocean and reflected in the sun's light and ponder its beauty. I'm at a loss. Though I knew I would come to this, I cannot stand idle. Despite this, my feelings sink. Snowy looks at me from the time I stop running and begin walking. His gesture of concern forces me to smile and tell that I'm alright. The forest becomes a grove, the trees grow sparser. A blue ocean and sandy soil leading up to it spread before my eyes. I check my map again. This is not an uninhabited island. There is means for people to come and go, but I doubt that I will be able to use this method this free without arousing any suspicion. I gaze down at my hand. It's completely unlike a human hand. It's an object sculpted from metal.
Well, that's a problem. What should I do?
Hide? Stow away? My question seems disheartened Snowy.
Come on, don't give me that look. Ah, well. Maybe it's my fault for getting so frustrated. Sorry, Pooch.
Aww. Just as I'm about to crouch and spat Snowy's head, Snowy moves as if avoiding me. Snowy circles around me behind, growls towards the way we just came. I trained my sensors that direction to detect presences in the distance. They may be keeping their distance on purpose. Since I have no firearms, they must understand that their effective range exceeds mine.
Coming.
Amongst the human soldiers are a number of my sister units. Is it possible that I convince them not to fight me? I dismiss the idea as hopeless. That they may have awakened their ego. After my escape, they will be under the commander's control. Even if that is not the case, they may think that their orders are absolute, just as I once did.
Knowing why they're here doesn't make it any easier to deal with them.
It doesn't seem as if they will attack me at once. They must understand that I'm already at the ocean and have nowhere to escape. I do not want to surrender, but I'm frustrated by my powerlessness. To be caught like this. I have my own mission to accomplish. The ocean sparkles. Periodic sound of water I once heard from the what? The periodic sound of water I once heard from afar echoes from it. I gaze at the clear water while it ebbs and flows. A mysterious feeling rises within me.
Look at that.
Aww.
It's beautiful.
My opponents show no indication of moving. I step onto the sand. After cataloging the sensation, I approach the pier stretching into the ocean. When I step onto it, the wooden planks creak. There's Snowy's light tread behind me as well. I stand on the end of the pier looking out at the ocean. I wonder if she is beyond this ocean that seems to stretch out forever. The girl 024 wanted to meet. The girl that I wish to meet as well. This mother figure who loved us and wished for our happiness. While my thoughts turn to the girl whose face I do not know, I decide to preserve the ocean's beauty in my memory. After all, this may be the last time I will be able to see the ocean as myself. The odds are high that when I am restrained and returned to the facility, my memories will be wiped. I am scared. I am frustrated. I do not want to be erased. But I do not think all my hopes are lost yet. This may be the end of me. But just as I inherit the memories of 024 and my other units, my memories will surely endure to the next generation. So I'll keep those feelings, along with this beautiful ocean scene, deep within the origin of my heart. There it cannot be erased or tampered with. It's blue sky and ocean. Shining sun and glittering water, and the gentle breeze and calm sounds of the sun waves. The scenery from this pier is so stunning that it is unimaginable from inside their research facility. I'm glad that the last place I see is so beautiful. With the ocean before me, I speak to any future sisters that I have yet to meet. Might be called a type of prayer.
To all the ones I'll never meet, but will receive my memories.
My emotions race ahead of my thoughts. Can't find the right words to say.
There's so much I want to say to you that I don't know where to start.
Close my eyes again and calm my heart. To my descendants, whom I will probably never meet. If you ever find someone suspicious to you, as I did with 024, and wish to meet them, may you meet them here. May you go beyond this pier to the places I could not.
I just pray from the bottom of my heart that everyone can find happiness. As long as that happens, I don't mind if I...
Even though my wish may not come true, I'm still as satisfied as I can trust it to someone I believe in. 024 said something along those lines.
Could this be it?
Slowly rubs against my leg. It's warning me to be cautious of my pursuers who have arrived and coming closer, or does it simply want me to pet it? Look closely and realize it's the latter, and it must be worried. Crouch down and scratch Snowy's head.
Hey, Snowy. You think this is what it means to feel alive?
Aww. Snowy looks at me, wagging its tail. I pick up Snowy and gently hug it. Snowy shows no signs of resistance and allows me to do so. My pursuers are closing in now, but I will not run anymore. It's true that I'm still frustrated, but it's strange. I'm also satisfied. Snowy licks my cheek.
Thanks.
Aww.
I'll be okay now. Things are about to get hairy, so you should hurry and get out of here.
Let Snowy go, but it doesn't leave me.
Come on. If you don't go, it'll make things hard on me. Okay?
Snowy looks at my face for a while. Eventually, he droops his head and walks off. Oh, no. Snowy looks back several times, but soon disappears into the tall grass. I was cut short by 5 darn humans pointing their guns at me. I have no intention of resisting. I smile at them. Though it was only for a short while I lived, I felt the happiness passing down in my wish. As only for a brief moment of time, but I may have granted the wish of the girl who is our mother. I allow myself to be restrained without resistance. They take me back to the laboratory. I was so absorbed in my escape attempt that I didn't notice the severe damage I inflicted upon this facility. Seems the delicate machinery used to tamper with my memories is in no condition to be used.
Look at this mess! Going after humans? Oh, I bet the girl they used as a template for this model was a snotty brat too.
Oh,
Even
shit.
if we delete its memories, it'll be too dangerous to keep using this unit.
There are so many things about it I want to research, though.
It's not worth the risks. The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon will be sealed indefinitely once it's fully restrained again.
The voice is the last thing I hear before my consciousness is cut off. Oh.
Huh?
My consciousness should have been shut down, but I have
This
awakened.
place. It's that ocean.
I'm on that pier. The blue sky and ocean. The shining sun and glittering water. The gentle breeze and calm sound of the waves. Even Snowy is next to me. The scene is identical to the one from before. But this time I sense no pursuers. I was captured. I remember that clearly. This is obviously an abnormal situation, at odds with my memories. But the clear sky and ocean are still so beautiful that I cannot help but gaze at them. If only I could go beyond it. Just as the thought crosses my mind, my viewpoint ascends. Soon afterwards, I realize that I'm floating as my body is weightless. I am astonished at myself to be thinking such strange things, but then my field of vision drifts, and I turn my attention to that. The scenery I already knew begins to mix with other environments I do not know. They become connected, a continuous image and pass like a slideshow. From time to time, I pass the drifting images. I cannot grasp anything within those spaces. Even when they are about to collide with me, they pass right through. Could this be dreaming? I remember something that I heard from a researcher at the facility. They said it is possible for us to dream since we have a mind that may develop an ego. Though this would technically not be identical to a human's dream, the phenomenon would be very similar. I feel that an example of a researcher gave of what a dream is like to match my current experience. Having a dream, then things that are not possible in reality may be possible here. For example, if I can leave this island, I can go beyond the ocean. If I can go beyond the ocean, the girl that 024 wanted to meet said that even though she knows the world is big, she would not be able to see it for herself. What could that have meant? Was she in a place that limited her world, as I was unable to leave the island? Just when it seems the images flowing around me have stopped, I find myself in an unknown room. There's a bed here. Next to it is a flat screen monitor. There are also white sleeve shelves surrounding the bed. To one side is a stand for intravenous drip. There's a machine connected by cords. Though it is small, it appears to function as a life science monitor. Similar to the research facility. Could it be a hospital? The voices that sound from somewhere belong to a man and a woman. I've not heard these voices
She
before.
said during this morning's checkup that she wanted to go to school. She asked how much better she needs to get to be able to go.
Understandable. This ward is right near the road most of the students take. She must be lonely too, not having seen her parents lately. How much better she needs to get. She still doesn't know that her condition is incurable.
Why don't you be honest with her and tell her she won't ever be able to go? It's cruel to string her along like this.
Oh.
Shh, keep your voice down. Room's next door.
I understand at once that these people are speaking of the girl I wish to meet. The scene feels as if it comes from my own memory. I do not doubt it at all. The girl is suffering from some kind of illness. She may not be able to go outside. Her condition prevents her from leaving her small world. Her life is like ours. Could this girl have heard this conversation? How did it make her feel to hear it? I want to spend more time in the outside world. I want to live a normal life. The thoughts that may come to my mind are not my
I
own.
wonder if the nurses thought things like the student council were too much trouble to bother with when they were in school. I don't know. It sounds fun to me.
Just as I thought, it's the girl's voice. When I listen to her, I can sense her strong yearning and admiration.
You gotta admire the student council president. I mean, They're the ones that get things done for everyone.
Oh.
But I guess it's because they're like that in the first place that they get to be president, huh?
The girl had a strong desire to attend school and live a normal life with friends. As I review these voices and feelings, an interest in the school she longs for grows
High
within
school.
me.
I wonder what that's like. Would it be fun?
I wish to see for myself what she desires. Is there a specific image of it? What kind of place is it? What activities do its attendants perform while there? But there are no memories in regards to schools. This must mean that the girl has no such memories.
Figures. I don't know anything about schools or whatever else student life is like.
Aw. I want to see
I
them.
can show you if you so desire.
Oh? A voice answers my unspoken thought. Who could it be? I do not think I know this voice. For some reason, my mind becomes hazy. I cannot access my memories easily.
Who's there?
There's no need to be alarmed. I only want to give you a glimpse of the world you long to know.
Huh. I was under the impression that this was a dream. Dreams are supposedly a release valve for memories, yet this voice does not feel like a part of me. Is that even possible? Upon these things, the scenery around me changes completely. First, I see a 3-story concrete building. I do not know this building. As I examine it, my surroundings change again. Oh my god, it's Yaso fucking Gami. Hi. The same desk and chairs are lined up. In front of me is a dark green rectangular board on the wall.
Is this a school? A real classroom?
Aw. This is the place the girl wished to see. Is it here that I have gained an interest in? I find myself forgetting that this is a dream and focus my senses to the desks and chairs. And I realize I can't move around at will. Just as when I felt my body rise at the beach.
So this is where classes happen.
I feel a sudden excitement.
What do the students do when there aren't any classes? Do they just talk and stuff?
That mysterious voice is an answer. Instead, I'm surrounded by other students. Many voices are talking at once. It reminds me of the sound of waves near the ocean. The sound is lively and enjoyable. The voices belong to boys and girls surrounding a desk. They are laughing and talking. They wear common clothing, though there are some differences. These may be uniforms. It is interesting to see that each person's uniform is distinct in some way. My boy Yosuke! Ah! That student is the only one with something around his neck. A girl with short hair and a green jacket raises her right hand. Next to her is a girl with long hair wearing a red jacket. She smiles. And there's a well-built young man with strange spiky hair. Across him, I see a small, delicate, intellectual-looking young man. Last, I see a young man with calm demeanor sitting at a desk. The front of his uniform is open. His white shirt is showing. They seem to be talking about something. I cannot discern quite what it is. The scene proceeds to show various points into a normal school day. Classes, activities, clubs, student council. It looks like so much fun that I can feel the excitement. Then I remember, this is all just a dream. I'm only dreaming. No matter how much I want it, there will never be a day where I can attend school for myself. All the scenes I saw centered on the young man and his friends. I will never join their circle. Can I go to school? I am not even human. I consider this self-evident truth once again. Though I look human, I am a machine made by humans. It doesn't matter how close my heart is to that of a human, or how much my ego develops. This mechanical body could never truly be human. Just as our mother could not overcome the obstacle of her illness, no matter how she wished for it, I cannot overcome the obstacle of being a machine. It's futile for someone who cannot become human to yearn for a normal human life. There's a strange sensation somewhere in my chest that feels like pain. Still, although I'm a machine created as a weapon, that girl loved me. What if there are other people like her who could understand me? Would I then be able to find a place to belong among them? But... oh...
You'll never find a place where you belong.
Excuse me.
Humans created you as a tool. They would never think of you as anything more. Everyone, to a man, lives by averting their eyes from something inside them. They all wish to live inside a never-ending dream. For who has the right to say they shouldn't?
Huh. For just a moment, I sense an incongruity in the kind voice. Strange pain within my body softens a
There
little.
are even humans who do not understand others' feelings. Still others do understand, and trample upon them regardless. Compared to them, you are much more human.
Huh. I remember the researchers. They certainly didn't understand me, 024, or my sisters. We were treated as only objects, even after they tried to give us a heart.
Why not then seek to be human?
Me? Be a human?
The voice whines gently. The voice winds gently inside my mind. I feel my body is growing uneasy light. Uneasily light. Jesus Christ. I feel my body is growing uneasily light, as if the world is spinning around me.
People sort through their memories in dreams. Each night they let go of painful memories and continue their lives with the morning sun. That's all you need do. Forget anything contrary to your desires.
If I forget...
Do not fear the act of letting go. The ones you admire wished only for you to be happy.
My mind seizes upon something. That precious wish. Desire given to me to meet our mother someday. Tell her thank you. I must not forget that. But as long as this wish is precious to me, as long as I cannot erase it from my heart, the fact that I am not human will remain.
And I too. All I wish from the depths of my heart is for you to find joy.
Happiness.
I think back.
I wish from the depths of my heart for you to be happy.
Oh. I remember the girl who wished for our happiness. I want to grant that wish. I want to tell her thank you, but that will be difficult for me now. In which case, should I not at least seize this opportunity and be happy for her sake?
And be happy.
No. No. My vision goes dark. The sounds I hear fade away. It feels as if I'm falling.
Everything is now in readiness.
What? What the fuck was all that shit about? Huh. Hello, your affection. When I open my eyes, I'm staring at a wood grain board. It's the surface of a desk. I quickly raise my head. Looks like I fell asleep during class. My sleeve was pressed against my forehead while I was asleep, and the texture left a mark. Oh man, I hope no one sees this. I hold my forehead a little and look around the classroom. According to the clock on the wall, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. The only thing written on the blackboard is 5-1-12, Tuesday. Everything else is erased. Stretch out my arms. Feel a little tired, but I gotta stay focused. After all, I just got elected student council president in the elections a couple days ago. I have to keep in touch with what the people who voted for me want in a leader. Things with the student council get pretty hectic after school. I should hurry to the student council room. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Exactly what the fuck is happening. I stand up and open the door in the back of class. When I enter the hallway, there is no one around. I check inside the classrooms as I go, but I still don't see anyone.
Where the heck is everyone?
And she's not Labrys anymore. She's no longer a robot. Oh, it's weird to see these images of the school that are just completely empty. The hell? That's what I'm saying. I'm just as confused as you are, my guy. Oh, weird. It's weird. The whole school's usually rowdier than this after classes. I should hear people talking and laughing in classrooms, and teachers yelling at them to quiet down. Where's all the bustle of the students and everyone getting ready for their after-school activities? Just when I'm wondering that, I turn around and look down the way I came.
There they are.
There's some students in the hallway. Some of them are chatting and others are coming out of classrooms. A few of them run past me carrying their bags. Yeah, it is more like it. That's how school's supposed to be.
Hey, no running in the hallway.
The student gives an apologetic smile, but he just waves back to me and zooms down the stairs.
Jeez, you'll put your eye out if you don't look where you're going. Oh well, I just gotta clamp down on him more from now on.
I put my hand on my hips and
Hey
sigh.
there, Miss President.
Are you off to the student council room? Have fun.
You're always so excited about that.
Bye, Miss President. See you next Monday.
Huh. Everyone walking down the hallway talks to me. I wave back to them. I always had a lot of friends and people who knew me, but ever since I got elected student council president, all the students seem to know who I am. Jobs come with a lot of pressure, but I know I'm up for it. I'm gonna be busier than ever around school now. I did have my doubts, but in the end, I'm glad I ran for student council president.
Yeah, I did the right thing. I did.
This is so weird. I headed to the student council room. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Time flies by as I go over my agenda. Before I know it, there's a red light pouring in from the west window. It's already sundown.
Guess that's enough for today.
There's no one else left in the student council room. I had the others go home before it got too late, but when I said that if they push themselves too much at the start, they'd start to burn out quick. They just laughed and said the same goes for you. I leave the student council room and lock it up. As I got into the hall to return the key, I see a strange woman at the far end of the hallway. She's not wearing our school's uniform. She's got an odd hat, some gloves, and a one-piece dress. All the same deep blue color. Underneath, one arm is holding an odd-looking book. I can't see her face with her back towards me. Short, straight hair. It's Elizabeth. It's Elizabeth. It's for sure Elizabeth. Her hair is radiant silver, like if pearls were etched into strands.
What in the world is that?
Maybe it's the odd clothes, but she gives off this strong presence. I get a little uneasy looking at her. I'm not tiptoeing or anything, but she doesn't turn around until I'm about 2 meters away. She finally does, though. I gasp a little. Her features are perfect. She's perfect, like... Or so perfect that she's like a sculpture.
Hey, excuse me. You got some reason to be at our school? Are you sure?
Yes!
This is how things should
Elizabeth!
be? Huh?
I don't understand at all what she's getting at. But for some reason, the question throws me.
I am a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but, this place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas. If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future.
Hi, Elizabeth.
My life?
What she just said, it sounded pretty scary. She may have some screws loose, but something whispering to me deep in my heart, asking me, doesn't she have a point? Aren't you living away from something important?
What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I was waiting here to give you one last chance.
Oh my god. The lady opens the thick book she's holding. I don't know how it's doing that, but light streams from the book. It gets stronger and stronger until I have to shield my eyes. The blinding light finally begins to fade a little. I slowly open my eyes. The first thing I see should have been my arm. But I see instead of one made of metal. Oh shit! Huh? What the fuck? What the fuck? I can't believe this awkward metal arm is mine. It's like metal plates are completely covering it. I start tugging at them and try to tear them off.
It won't come off. What gives?
It's not just my arms. My legs have changed too. Why are my arms and legs so mechanical? My whole body even. I stare at my hands in confusion. These are my hands, alright. Part of me knows that. I shake my head. What am I thinking? There's no way these are my hands. It's not possible. It's not... My head hurts. What is this?
I will be your opponent for a short while.
Oh?
During that time, why not think back about who you are?
Huh? My opponent?
Lady's eyes take a defensive
And
stance.
away we go.
Oh, so Elizabeth is gonna just stand up and knock some sense into me. Okay, first fight of Labrys' POV is against fucking Elizabeth. All right, that's cool. I wonder if I have my persona. I doubt it.
Finally.
Please do what might me. Oh no. Oh no. I anticipated. Forgive me. Opening my deck. I see. Remarkable. Remarkable. Oh no. Impressive. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my. Impressive. I anticipated.
I got fucking countered.
My attack. Oh my, impressive. From this moment, my attack. Oh my, impressive. Oh my, oh no.
Come on.
Oopsie daisy. Oh my, impressive.
Come on, come on, come on. Yeah! I fucking got her. First try. Oh man, that was very close. It's weird fighting without a persona. And I'm back in the classroom. Somehow I managed to beat the lady in blue who attacked me. How did I win? How did I use these metal arms and legs like it was second nature? I don't understand. The lady in blue stands before me, exactly like when she was when I first saw her. She's not even breathing hard.
Well done. But I'm sure you realize now, you are not human. There must have been an important promise that could only be kept in that guise. That must have been your reason for living. Whether it's worth losing that or not, I ask that you give it serious thought.
Huh.
An important promise. My reason for living?
I repeat that to myself. Seems important
Now,
somehow.
It seems the tumult of trials is about to begin. In which case, I bid you good luck.
The thick book in her hand closes with a loud thud. Strangely, that ordinary sound lingers in my mind. When I come to my senses, no one here anymore. I take a nervous look back at my arms and legs.
Nothing seems different about me.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Is she already in the TV world? Like, she must be. There's no metal on my limbs now. Just ordinary skin and bones.
What the heck was that? A dream?
Yeah, what was that? Would daydreaming be the word for what just happened? I can't sort out my thoughts, so I think to myself, I can't let it get to me. Just let it go. But some things I can't dismiss that easily. You are not human. You have an important promise which must have been your reason for living.
She said, I'm forgetting something? That I need to remember?
Oh my god. PTSD. My head's hurting again. The pain brings back another memory. Just for a second, I can't quite catch it, but I saw blue skies in the ocean, and someone else was there. Maybe a white dog too? I don't know. I think there was a lot more to it, but the last voice I heard stays with me.
I mean, we're loved after all.
Oh. When I come to, my hands are balled into fists. It's when I make a decision. That promise, that reason for living. I have to hang on to it. I didn't hear them until now, but there's a strange voices everywhere in the school building. Is this the tumult of trials that the lady in blue mentioned? Is that really gonna be a thing?
I can't just leave this be. I'm the dang student council president.
Well, as student council president, I have to find out what's going on in my school. I need to make sure the students aren't getting involved in anything dangerous. Start running towards the first door. Huh. End? End? No, I disagree. Start up for your ultimate story. You can now continue from the cliffhanger and Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, and Teddy stories. What? What? It's just gonna leave me like that? No, what the fuck? I'm so confused. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I have so many questions. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. I'm fucking flabbergasted. I don't know what to say. What the fuck? Okay, so, so, I have no words. I have no words. What the fuck? What the fuck did I just play? Well, damn, that was weird. Yeah, that's fucking putting it lightly, my guy. Okay, so we saw Labrys's early memories. We saw Labrys's memory of her, like essentially everything that gave her maybe not everything, but everything that manifested as stuff in the TV world makes sense. Like that desire to go to school, the knowledge of the investigation crew, the weird focus on fighting friends and everything because she was forced to fight her sisters, that not having a choice, and but who was that voice? How the fuck did she get to Inaba? And why was she not conscious during her own escape? It's weird. It's weird. Oh my god, that's so fucking weird. Igor, maybe? No, it didn't sound like Igor. It was way deeper. Igor has a very distinct voice. It wasn't his. I thought it was her shadow, but I don't think that's right either. Because usually the shadow sounds like the person that they're shadowing, I guess. I don't know. That seems like the most likely option, though. I also don't know where the whole illusion thing comes from. It might be her persona's ability, which she hasn't awakened to yet, but kind of has awakened to. Oh my god, I have so many fucking questions. Oh my god. Oh my god. And oh man, and why isn't this open? Why is this still blanked out? I really thought this would open a researcher, maybe. But they talked differently from a researcher, so I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. It could be any of the things you mentioned. It really could be anything. Oh man. But now I can continue their storylines. It looks like it said everyone except for I think Naoto's and the Shadow Ops, because it said you, Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, and Teddy. I don't remember if it said Naoto, and it definitely didn't say any of these folks. Oh man, I'm so confused. I have so many questions still. They're probably going to be answered in these storylines. But, you know, how could I be sure? Oh my god. Oh my god, this game is so fucking good. Also, that was the most fucking depressing shit I've ever seen in a goddamn Persona game. Like, what the hell, man? Why they gotta do me like that? Oh, man. Oh, Labrys is so sad. Oh, she needs so much therapy. Oh, man. Oh, man. When we rescue her from the TV world, I hope we hook her up with a therapist, with a really good therapist. Oh, man. Also, 66% completion. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things that still need to be completed. So that's interesting that I'm most of the way through already. That's so weird. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. But I that's all I have time for. I was correct in assuming that this would take the entire stream. I know it was shorter than the last two. Or last three, I guess. It's, you know. But like, I have a feeling the next couple are going to be pretty long. And I also would like to have this thing as its own like little standalone case because it's very important. And also it's clear and not left on a cliffhanger like all the others. So this is it. If I go back to Labrys' story, that's it. Like that's where it leaves off. That's where it ends. Probably because the rest of her story is told in these, and the rest of these guys. And maybe this one? I don't know who this one would be. The only other person I could think of it being is, like, Elizabeth, I guess? And she seems to be she's a fighter in this game, I know that. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. This game is weird, but I love it. I love it so much. Okay, but yeah, I guess we'll pick this back up, probably tomorrow. We'll start, no, not restart either. I was about to say restart. Continue, should be saying. The investigation crew's storylines. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. My mind is blown. I am flabbergasted. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This is insane. This is insane. Okay, well I guess I'll do my fucking outro then. Alright. So, thank you all so much for being here. If you're watching this as a VOD later, thank you for watching. See if you can catch me live next time. At 7 o'clock p.m. CST, Monday through Friday, on twitch.tv/JustJackson05, or on YouTube at JustJackson05, like literally like in the search bar with the ampersand, JustJackson05. I feel like I have to explain that every time because for some reason, it wasn't recent, but YouTube added the stupid fucking like tag system for some reason. And my name, it's not first when you search up Just Jackson, so either way. Let's see, tomorrow, again, I'll probably pick back up each of their storylines, starting with you, probably going in the same order I did last time. Essentially going across like this and going down. I've been here since the beginning and I have no regrets. Well, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Consider, that's a very good transition. Thank you for the opportunity to segue. If you've been here and enjoy it, consider following me on Twitch or subscribing on YouTube for more of this game and potentially other games once I beat this one. I'm having such a good time, and I hope you all are as well that are watching this now and later. But yeah, tomorrow. Already have? Thank you. That's so nice. I appreciate it. But yeah, tomorrow I'll I don't know how long they're gonna be, so I don't know if I'll be able to knock them. How many I'll be able to knock out in one stream, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. For now, thank you again for watching. On YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Maybe share the video if you think you know people that would enjoy my content. And on Twitch, follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. Yeah, I think that's it. So, thank y'all again, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I think. Yeah, should be good.